Still bringing these in your carry-on? TSA just said no in 2025. Thousands of travelers are getting stopped at airport security, and they don't even know why. You're about to find out the 5 surprising TSA bans that could ruin your next trip. It begins the same way for nearly everyone. A smooth check-in, a short walk to security, a glance at the time. You think you're early, calm, ready. You step forward, tray in hand, placing your bag on the conveyor like you've done a dozen times before. Maybe 100. But something's different this time. It starts small. A pause. A second glance from the TSA agent. They flag your bin. They don't say much. Just a look. And a quiet word into their radio. You watch your bag disappear behind the monitor. You wait. And that's when it begins. They pull it aside. Gloves go on. A second officer joins. The agent doesn't touch anything yet. Just stands there. Eyes scanning your face. Like they're waiting to see how you'll react. Then the zipper opens. Their hand goes in. They pull out that one thing you always pack. The one you've taken through airports for years without issue. It hasn't changed. But the rules have. And you didn't get the memo. You look around. Others keep moving. Belts back on. Laptops repacked. Boarding passes in hand. But you're still standing there. You try to explain. You didn't know. You've always brought it. No one ever stopped you before. It doesn't matter. Your item is confiscated. Your name is logged. Sometimes that's the end of it. Sometimes it isn't. This isn't just about a bottle of shampoo being too big anymore. It's not about water or forgotten scissors. These are new rules, quietly introduced, briefly mentioned, if at all, and they're catching travelers off guard, one by one, airport by airport, across the country. What are these items? Why are they banned now? Who's making the decisions and why were you never told? In this video, I'll break down the 5 new TSA items you can't bring in 2025. These bans are catching people off guard. Even frequent flyers who thought they knew the system inside and out. We're not just talking about obvious things. Some of these are everyday items. Things you've traveled with for years. But now, just having one of them in your bag could delay your flight, or worse. Stick around until the end. I'll share a bonus travel hack. Something even seasoned travelers rarely use. It can save you time, stress, and even money, especially on high-traffic travel days. But this isn't just about rules. It's about what kind of traveler you want to be. The one scrambling in line. The one unpacking bags on the floor of security. The one arguing with agents while the gate countdown ticks down. Or the one who walks through like they've already been there. The one who knows exactly what to pack, what to leave behind, and why. Because great travel isn't luck. It's what happens when preparation meets precision. It's walking through terminals without tension. It's skipping delays, avoiding confiscations, and arriving with everything you packed, intact. It's the small decisions made before you leave home that decide how your trip begins. So before you pack your next bag, before you print your next boarding pass, watch this. Let's start with number 5. Item number 5. Tools and self-defense items. They're compact, convenient, designed to slip into your bag and be forgotten. Until they're not. In 2025, the rules changed. Quietly, without warning. And now, these once ordinary items are being flagged, confiscated, and added to TSA's growing list of daily seizures. Tactical pens that double as glass breakers. Multi-tools with tiny blades, bottle openers, or screwdrivers. Even novelty keychains shaped like animals, if they have points or edges, they're out. Thousands of travelers still bring them, not to cause harm, just out of habit. But intent doesn't count at the checkpoint. Only what shows up on the scan. And what's showing up more than ever are tools hidden in plain sight. A nail clipper with a fold-out file. A tiny sewing kit with needles and scissors. A pen with a reinforced steel tip, classified as a self-defense weapon under the new rules. The lines are blurry. The rules aren't always clear. And the agents, they're told to err on the side of caution. One small tool, forgotten in the corner of your carry-on, could get your bag pulled, could hold up your line, could cost you your flight. The scans are faster now, more precise, Software flags shapes, angles, and densities. It doesn't ask what it's for. It only asks what it could be used for. Every confiscation goes into a bin. That bin fills up every day. And most of the people who lose something in it, they had no idea they were carrying anything banned at all. You check your liquids. You take off your shoes. But when's the last time you checked your keychain? Before your next flight, do it. Because travel is about momentum. And nothing stalls that faster than a second screening. Item number 4. Snacks and liquids. But not just any liquids. These are the foods you think are solid until they aren't. In 2025, TSA expanded the definition of what qualifies as a liquid-like item. Soft cheeses, hummus, peanut butter, yogurt, soup, salsa, even frozen items if they're starting to thaw can now be pulled. It's not about what it looks like. It's about how it behaves under pressure. Can it be spread? Can it be poured? If the answer is yes, TSA can confiscate it. And they are. Travelers are watching their food tossed into trash bins. Homemade dishes, cultural treats, carefully packed gifts, gone. Every day. One traveler packed peanut butter for her child's allergy-safe meal. Another brought soft cheese from her hometown deli. A man froze his favorite soup for an overnight trip, only to watch it melt in the screening line. It's not that these people broke the rules. They didn't even know they were close. And that's the problem. The guidelines haven't changed. The interpretation has. One traveler told us about her aunt. She brought homemade hummus in a sealed jar, planning to share it at a family reunion. She hadn't flown in years. She didn't check the rules. Security flagged it, and she stood in silence as the agent tossed it in the bin. She wasn't upset about the hummus. She was upset because she made it herself. That moment stayed with her. To avoid the same fate, here's what you need to know. If it spreads, scoops, or pours, it's now treated as a liquid. The 3.4-ounce rule still applies. Even if it's food. Even if it's homemade. Even if it looks solid. Mini hack. If you must bring it, freeze it completely solid. But remember, if it softens on the way to the airport, it still gets flagged. When in doubt, put it in your checked bag. Because in the eyes of TSA, texture matters. And one small container of dip could cost you time, questions, or worse. A moment you can't get back. Item number 3. Electronics and power banks. We carry them everywhere. They charge our phones, power our cameras. Some even double as flashlights or speakers. But in 2025, TSA got stricter. It's no longer just about what the device does. It's about what's inside it. Power banks over 100 watt-hours? Flagged. Low-quality lithium batteries from unknown brands? Confiscated. Electronics with unclear labels? Swollen cases? Or anything that looks tampered with? They don't even make it past the tray. Security isn't guessing. They're scanning for density, energy ratings, and manufacturer data. If it's missing or looks suspicious, you could lose it. People find out the hard way. Like the guy ahead of me last month. He pulled a brand new Bluetooth speaker from his carry-on. Still in the box. Receipt tucked inside. TSA scanned it, paused, then pulled it aside. Why? Internal battery over the 100 Wh limit. He had two options. Miss his flight, or toss it in the bin. He left it behind. $200. Gone in seconds. That story isn't rare anymore. Drone batteries, camera gear, cheap external chargers from discount sites. They're showing up more often, and getting removed more often. Even worse, certain lithium batteries can't be checked or carried on. If your device gets flagged, it's not just about losing your gear. It can cause delays, hold up the line, trigger a full bag search, or prompt extra questioning. Want to avoid that? Do this. Always check the watt-hour rating. Stay under 100 Wh unless the airline explicitly allows more. Stick to known, compliant brands. Check labels, make sure they're clear, permanent, and visible. And never pack lithium batteries in your checked baggage. TSA prohibits it. Airlines can fine for it. In 2025, power equals responsibility. And a single charger could shut down your entire trip. Item number 2, powders. Not explosives. Not liquids, just powder. Innocent looking. Everyday stuff. Protein mix. Makeup. Baby formula. Drink supplements. Baking ingredients. And yet, in 2025, those same powders are setting off red flags. Because TSA now treats anything over 12 ounces, roughly the size of a soda can, as a potential threat. That means extra screening, manual bag checks, sometimes even full bans depending on the item. It doesn't matter if it's sealed. It doesn't matter if it's labeled. Once it's over that limit, it's treated as suspicious. Here's the part travelers aren't ready for. It's not about what it is. It's about how much of it you have. One traveler packed her favorite protein blend in a clear container. Another brought dry baby formula for a long layover. Both were flagged. Both watched their bags pulled from the belt. Both lost time. One almost missed a flight. And when TSA pulls a powder for extra screening, it's not quick. It's slow. Deliberate. Bag opened. Powder swabbed. Contents verified. You stand there. Shoes off. Laptop in a tray. Watching everything get unpacked. Because of a powdered drink mix. And if the agent isn't sure, it doesn't fly. Want to avoid this scene? You've got two options. Keep powdered items under 12 ounces. Or check them in with your luggage. TSA doesn't care that it's legal. They care if it creates delay, doubt, or risk. Even harmless things, when packed in bulk, can trigger scrutiny. So, measure before you pack. Read the updated powder rules. Because in 2025, too much of a good thing can hold you back. Item number 1. Full-size toiletries. It's the oldest rule in the book, and somehow still the most misunderstood. Since 2006, the liquid rule has been clear. Nothing over 3.4 ounces in your carry-on. But in 2025, TSA is cracking down harder than ever. No second chances. No polite warnings. Sunscreen, lotion, hair gel. If it's too big, it's gone. And here's the twist. Even if it's almost empty, even if the bottle looks travel size but isn't labeled, even if it's designer skincare you've used for months, it's still over the limit. One traveler I met in LAX found out the hard way. Her $60 moisturizer gone. She'd packed it for a conference. Used it daily. But the container? For ounces. The TSA agent didn't blink. Opened the trash bin. Dropped it in. That was it. These aren't rare items. They're in nearly every bag. Name-brand shampoos. Full-size toothpaste. Face cleansers. But in 2025, the rules are tighter. No full-size bottles, period. Clear labeling required. All liquids, gels, creams, pastes, aerosols, under 3.4 ounces and in a quart-sized bag. No exceptions for how important it is, or how much is left, or how rushed you are. If it doesn't meet the rule, it doesn't fly. And here's the problem. Even frequent travelers get it wrong. Because packaging changes. Product sizes vary by region. And we get too comfortable thinking it won't matter. But it does. That one bottle can hold up the line. Delay your boarding. Force you to choose between keeping your item or catching your flight. So before you pack, check every bottle. If it's over the limit, replace it. If you're unsure, put it in your checked luggage. The 311 rule isn't new. But in 2025, TSA is enforcing it like never before. And now, your bonus travel hack. A small move that could save your time, your money, and your favorite moisturizer. Let's wrap with a bonus tip, one that most travelers overlook. It's not just what you pack. It's how you pack, and how you move through security. The combo that saves time, cuts stress, and keeps your stuff safe? 3 things. TSA pre-check. A digital packing checklist. A clear, quart-sized toiletry bag. Here's why it works. With pre-check, you skip the longest lines. You keep your shoes on. Your laptop and liquids stay in your bag. That alone? Worth it. But stack it with smart packing. You move through security 3 times faster. Because your bag is built for efficiency. Liquids in a TSA-approved pouch, easy to grab if needed. Electronics packed flat, right near the top. Important documents, passport, ID, itinerary, stored in a front access pouch. No digging, no delays, no awkward reshuffling in front of a crowd. Pro travelers pack by zones. They rehearse their layout before the airport. And that checklist is not just for memory, it's for clarity. A good packing app flags banned items, checks sizes, and tracks your essentials. It prevents the small mistakes that lead to big problems. You don't show up guessing. You show up ready. Your bag glides through the scanner. You walk through in seconds. And while others are being pulled aside, you're already steps ahead. That's the power of prep. So if you want fewer surprises, faster lines, and more peace of mind, this is your move. Apply for pre-check. Use a smart checklist. Pack like it matters. Because in 2025, the smallest things can cause the biggest delays. But the smartest travelers? They're already through the gate. Which of these TSA bans caught you off guard? Was it the powdered protein rule? The full-size lotion surprise? Or maybe that innocent-looking keychain? Let me know in the comments. I read every one, and I reply to all of them. If this saved you from a packing mistake, go ahead and tap subscribe. Next week, I'm revealing 3 secret TSA line shortcuts that even seasoned travelers don't know. They can shave minutes, sometimes hours, off your wait time. And if you're heading abroad this year, watch this video right here before you fly. It covers the new 2025 rules for international travel. And yes, some of them are even stricter. Safe travels. Pack smart. And I'll see you in the next one.